Hey guys, Dan Hood, Big DH2000 here. In the process of making dinner. Figured I'd make a couple of videos. Um, I can't remember what event this was at, but it's been over a year. So it could have been last year's tennis, a year ago Tennessee, or a year ago um, Alabama. I don't know. Those are the two events I go to. Patrick, MakoPat had thrown some cores he tried to cut, or cut well, or just didn't. Anyway, it was a bunch of stuff he had experimented with, and he just threw on the giveaway table. So I took one of them, or well, I took them all. I grabbed them all to work on them. I converted this one. It used to have a wider forks on the outside, and from the bottom here was a set of magnets to hold a bunch of ammo. I still have that. I'll probably eventually get that put back on here properly. But I, I don't know. When I was working with this, I ended up just taking them off. And I know Patrick loves his tubes. So I put the wave attachment on it. Once again, this is one of my rough and dirties. What do they call them nowadays? Beater edition, I think's what it's referred to. You gotta understand, guys, I'm terrible with names. So I turned it into a beater edition that'll take the wave attachment. Put the magnets back on. I'll give it a try. Who knows? Uh, Maybe I'll give it back to Patrick, see if he needs it. You can see I put little notches in the front to guide the tubes. It's made predominantly for single tubes because that's what Patrick shoots. So I try to keep it to that. But anyway, if I'm not mistaken, when he made this is actually the original thing that he had, was a scaled down edition of a design I drew some time back. And if I remember correctly, somebody nicknamed it Badonkadonk because it was so big at the bottom. But anyway, you can probably dig through one of the forums and find the original that Patrick used. Think of it more on the top as, you know, it was about this wide on both sides, but there wasn't enough room to tie. And then I got it down to where I could tie it, and then I said, for goodness sake, why not just put tubes on it? So that's what ended up happening. Okay, had some fun, cleaned it up, dressed up the edges a little nicer. Um, uh, took the sharpness down, and then threw it in the vibratory tumbler. And here we are. Take care, guys.